What's up everyone and welcome to you in this live stream. Welcome to you on the MOONCHARTS YouTube channel. We're going to update Bitcoin after we plan some different waves here to the downside. We're going to see if the bottom is here or not. We're going to talk about everything so you can really know what to expect next. But before to start, just going to set a message on Twitter. So I'm live, no, join me here, let's go. Normally everything is good. Yes, so let's pause this, perfect. All right, good. So everything is good on Twitter, on the Discord server too. Just going to pin everyone again to make sure live. All right, so yeah, welcome to you all on the live stream. Let's go. Yes, let's go. let's go. Just going to check that the sound is okay right now. Normally it should be. Yes, it is. Pretty cool. Alright, so here, what we planned the last update, we planned it. So to look for a possible long, first of all, on the Moss commentary of the wave 3, the 1618, where we got a bounce, by the way, not perfectly, but we got a bounce. In addition to this, we was looking for, you know, the wave 5, 261 point. I was with the possible 2 swing 3 pounds here. So what I've done, I personally missed the bottom, and I don't care to say it because I was sleeping. It was like, yeah, 4, 5 a.m. here for me, around there, as you can see on the bottom here. 4, 5 a.m. so I was clearly sleeping next, and so yeah, I missed the swing 3 pound, and now I'm just looking for a retracement to catch this clearly. But yeah, so this 5 ways here to the downside, we plan to look for a possible short next, you know, on the 23.6 or the 38.2 of this wave 4 right here. So the yellow wave, you can see I'm just going to add the wave here so you can really see the one we're talking about right now. So right there, anyway, okay, anyway, I'm going to leave it like this, boom, boom, boom. Okay, so wave 1, wave 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now we're going to see some other possible configuration. Just going to play this on the a bit below here so we can really fully see these 5 ways. To determine the wave 4, we have to check first of all, you know, the wave 2. Okay, so as always, the wave 2, when here it's retraced 618, 66%, right here. By the way, 76? No, it's too high. Yeah, it was like, it's weird because yesterday it was 6.866%. But anyway, so 6.866% here. So once I've done this on the wave 2, you most of the time go on the wave 4 on the 23.6 or 38.2, more likely the 38.2, but as always, we have done a big move to the downside, so 23.6 is absolutely fine too. What we have done here, we went and touched the green fib, that is the 50%. After 6.866%, it's really rare to see this. It's really big. So are we still in this wave 4-5? It's possible, but due to the rare case we just have done here, I'm not going to mainly think about this. Okay, so this is really, yeah, after 6.866% to retrace 50% is massive, so to speak. It's still possible to be in this. It's really still possible to be in this to make the last wave down, but the wave 4 is really big, so I'm not going to take this as a first scenario. Now, still be aware of that one. For example, boom, add it in a folder, just hide the folder, and if we do the move to the downside, you know in what we are. Now in the wave 5, we're going to do just a small 5 ways. You know, we were talking about this, by the way, yesterday, or no, 2 days ago, by the way, in the live stream normally. Are we going to do like a 1, 2, 3, or 5, a small 5 ways to the downside here? Or are we going to do, for example, another bigger wave 1, bigger wave 2? In that case here, yes, we're going to do a bigger 5 ways, such as this. You know, we could stop with just some small 5 ways here to the downside, or we could do a bigger 1, 2, 3, or 5 in the wave 5. Here we can stop, so with just a small 5 ways here, we're going to see this. I mean, some small 5 ways here to just take the low, or make something a lot bigger, make a wave, another wave 1, another wave 2, and boom, 3, 4, 5 to the downside, and just make an extension again. I mean, extension, it's not really an extension here, but do a really bigger wave 5 here to the downside. This only time I have the answer, it all depends on the way we're going to do here, but if we start to get a 5 ways down, we are more likely in that case that one. Now, due to the wave 4, I'm not going to take this 5 ways like this directly. Okay, so what we can place here, if we really start to see or not, I mean, some bigger push to the upside, for example, let's take a case with these 5 ways, okay? Because yeah, the thing is, for now, the wave 4, we just went really high with the wave 4, but we have no any invalidation. That's the problem right now, so we can still be in this wave, in this 5 ways to the downside. If you check on the RSI, for example, as always, a wave 4, okay, this is a wave 4, as you can see here. A wave 4 can't break a wave 2 top on the RSI. Do we break, oops, right here, do we break with the wave 4 here, the wave 2 top right here? No. Okay, and it can absolutely go on the RSI between the wave 1 and the wave 2. So this is still valid on the RSI and on the chart. Of course, the wave 4 cannot break clear the wave 1 bottom. Do we break it? No. So everything is still valid. Just we went into the 50% of the wave 4. So it's very rare to go there. So really be careful now with the last possible wave to the downside. So the other possible account here, because we have to plan everything, this is a account if we do another push to the downside here. In that case, you don't have to look for the wave 5 target, so to speak. Just to come back on this before to jump into the other waves, you just have to place your extension tool from the wave 1 root to the wave 1 bottom, okay, to the wave, by the way, as you can see here, 1618, really nice, okay, the target was looking for, and the third click on the wave 4 top, okay, to find your wave 5 target. So from here, you just have to add your wave 5 target, so 618, truncated, so less likely. Truncated is when you start before the wave 3 bottom. Then you have a 120 extension here, so swing Philip pan, it's still, with Elliott Waves, normally it's still less likely, now it's still something possible. Then we have the 1618, and then that is the most probable here, because this is the one that is not truncated, and that do not give a double bottom. Now, still be aware of the possible swing Philip pan. So normally, more likely target here if we're in these 5 ways, 1618. Otherwise, we can look for the 261 point right here. That should be, yeah, that should bring us below the lows clear here. Okay, so anyway, this is how you're going to find your wave 5 target. And if we push, just take the high one more time without breaking the wave 1 bottom here, you just have to higher a bit your extension tool, boom, place the wave on the top, which you have done, and look for the last wave to the downside. Now the thing is, if we start getting some invalidation, we have to find what's next clear. What can that be next? It's simply a wave 4 top right here, okay, a 5 ways down, done, and now we can look for a bigger push to the upside. As always, are we going to make a bigger wave 1, 2 here and 3, 4, 5 to the downside here? It's possible, but again, it's not the more likely to make something bigger like this. So if we have already a 5 ways down here, if I can play this, perfect. So in that case, we have done the 5 ways to the downside, and so now we can be done with the bottom, the bull run can start, or we can make just a retracement to go a lot more down next, so to speak, because here the thing is we have a 5 ways down, so we can be done with a bigger wave 5. As always, we're in a bigger wave 5 here, so we can be done with this wave 5 and make a truncated wave 5 again, but as always, it's less likely. So what do we think about? First of all, instead of being bullish, okay, as the title say, because you have to do some few stuff so people can click. But here what we can look for is simply a possible bigger wave 1, bigger wave 2 retracement, bigger wave 3, 4, 5 to the downside. So again, something maybe a bit bigger here. This is the most probable between, I mean, because yeah, to make a wave 5 truncated like this is again less likely, because truncated is less likely. So we think about take the low, and what will take the low? A bigger wave 5 here, okay, so a bigger white wave 5 directly, or a bigger retracement here for a wave 2, 3, or 5 here to the downside. Now, if you already have the 5 ways down, we are good normally. Okay, this is not the more likely we do in most of the time to make a bigger wave 1, 2 in the wave 5 again, and 3 or 5 extra. So yeah, these are the two main scenarios. So last wave down, okay, for the smaller time frame wave 5, or we can look directly for something. I'm gonna go for the wave 2, or directly bullish. Again, a bit less likely to be done directly with the wave 5 here, but now this is still a possibility in case we start getting some invalidation on the wave 2 top here. Okay, I mean, with the wave 2, for example, as always, the wave 2 can't break the wave 1 root on the RSI. So if we start with the wave 2 to break the wave 1 root on the RSI, we have an invalidation. Now we can say, hey, we have done a wave 5, boom. We can remove these waves. We have done a wave 5 truncated. That was the bottom, and so now we just have to let it go high and just enjoy the bull market. Bull market, we can still get something bearish next, but it's more probable to be in the bull market next if we have done these 5 ways. Okay, but anyway, so this only time can tell us if we're going to do a wave 2 retracement or bullish directly. This is not possible to predict it yet. Okay. The main idea is to be in a wave 2 first of all, and if we have an invalidation in the wave 2, boom, we just switch to the bullish move clearly. Okay, in that case, in the wave 4 here, this is a double XY, no, an ABCDE triangle. Okay, so this way right here, okay, like this, ABCDE, really ugly triangle, but this is the game. Clearly, we just have to accept this. So the targets, we was looking for, and this is why yesterday, by the way, I was showing you 2 days ago. By the way, it was not yesterday. Was it yesterday? I don't remember. It was not yesterday, I don't think so, but anyway, so I was showing you, this possible 261 point right here, I mean the swing 3 pounds, because we was looking for this possible 261 point right here. That was the first target to look for before to go and to look for 18,100. That was a bigger wave 5, the blue one here you can see, 261 point. Why we had to be aware of the swing failure patterns here? Because we have a wave 5 target, and that's why in 2 days ago I was showing you, the possible swing failure patterns are low here and swing failure patterns are low here. What we have done, if you go there, right here, as you can see, we have done the swing failure pattern here of the low right here, because we have a wave 5 261 point here, and that's why we have to plan, we have to play with both scenarios too. We have to play with different targets, and on the bottom here we got some very nice reaction. Clearly, not gonna lie, got some very nice data to look for long, but I was sleeping, so this took a lot. But anyway, this is a game, just have to accept it. Clearly, so yeah, this is a swing failure pattern. We will talk about in the last update. Really, I don't know why, by the way, these days I really like to make some live stream. I prefer to make some live stream instead of videos. But anyway, have to still make some videos. So yeah, these are also some possible wave. In that case, you don't have to go on the low time frame here. We can remove these bigger time frame waves, and what we can read here to the downside, we have a possible wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so you can just watch the targets here. If you place your wave to what we have done here, we have done 618, 66%. So for the wave 4, we can look for a 2316, 3812. Normally more chance to go to a 3812. We'll see that. So here we'll have the 261 point here on the wave 3, perfect, and on the wave 5, before to check the wave, before to check the wave 4, we have done a 120 extension, most commentary, so pretty perfect, clearly. Then before normally to find the wave 5, we'll have to get, we'll have the wave 4 before to get the wave 5, so normally we check the wave 5, the wave 4 before. But anyway, wave 4 here, yeah, we'll have done a 23 on 6 years against all the wave 4, not perfect touch, and by the way, it maybe went into the level I'm testing. Yes, that's pretty cool, pretty nice. Well, I'm going to remove the sound of this, if I can, I don't know. Yes, good. So yeah, pretty nice right here, pretty cool. Oops, and so the wave 5 right here. So these are the 5 ways to the downside we have done in this configuration. So now in that case, the bottom will be in. Okay, the bottom will be in. Still be aware of the possible last wave down. So the bigger 1, 2, 3, or 5, still something possible. We have to play with all of these scenarios. You have to find a confluence below. For example, we have a daily level, all the stuff like this. So yeah, we have another possible scenario with VIPs right here. That is a possible because if we have the wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, what can that be? If we have only a 1, 2, 3, it can be an ABC zigzag, and if we have an ABC zigzag, what can that be next? It can be simply an ending. So that's why here we have another scenario to play with, that is an ending, so a wedge here to the downside. Okay, so to speak, we just have to place the wave 5 later. Okay, to answer you, we are directly, we are done with the bottom. Someone that is going to tell you we are done with the bottom, it's sure 100%. I don't know how this guy can say this because it's impossible. But here, for example, we have a possible, so A, if we have of course a triangle in this way here, C, D, E right here. In that case here we'll have a 5 ways correction, 5 ways. So here in that case we'll have an ABC, so A, B, C zigzag. Okay, and if here we have an ABC zigzag right here, we have in that case a wave 1, a wave 2 retracement, a wave 3, 4, and a wave 5 here, that is, and give us an ending here. Okay, so yeah, that's also a possible scenario where it will be a bit longer, a bit more boring, but if we do some small move, some weird move like this to the downside, I'm going to take the ending, and so in what we are clearly, and you're aware of that clearly. Now if we just rocket from here, boom, bigger wave to retracement first of all, otherwise we can look for directly something bullish. If we really start rocket from here, make only impulsive to the upside, we can look directly for some impulsive, but otherwise, first of all, wave 2 correction, we can still get some 5 ways for an ABC zigzag, as for example like this. Let me just replace everything here, just gonna Control Z like this, boom, 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 perfect. So if we go, for example, here the thing is, if we do, for example, let's say here we do a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we are looking, for this bigger wave 1 to retracement, and then boom, 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 low 3, 4, 5 here. Okay, if we're looking for the wave 2, as always, we have to get to be in a correction here. So can we be in 5 ways only? No. Okay, now can that, even if we have 5 ways, can we still be in the wave 2? Yes, because it can be an A, okay, right here, an A, a B, and a C zigzag with another 5 ways here. I'm going to draw them by the way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It can be so an ABC zigzag like this, or of course it can be another wave 1, boom, another wave 2, and 3, 4, 5, and now just rocket and just explore everything here to the upside. And so we are not anymore in that wave 2. So two scenarios, first of all wave 2, and then we can look for, if we really start to get some invalidation on the RSI with a smaller wave, we really see that we start to get something really bullish, we can switch to directly the bullish scenario, and the bond in that case is in. Okay, so by the way, I don't know if you have some questions. Let me check down very quickly. So let's go Tim. Let's go. Every day and make us happy. Oh, my pleasure, mate. Good to read this. I appreciate that. By the way, when I'm really wondering, when was the last live stream? Was it yesterday or was it 2 days ago? I really don't. Oh no, it was 2 days ago. Yeah, I don't know. This day I like to make a live stream. I like looking sexy with. Thank you, mate. Yeah, so right now I'm looking also for a possible, I mean, if we're bullish, for example, I'm looking for a possible wave 1 to start to make something. Yeah, so a 5 ways up, as I just draw you, for a correction first of all, or if we see how we do not do the correction ABC exact, for example, boom, we can look for a bigger impulsive to the upside and just pump it up clear and be bullish. That the scenario was looking at ABC up from 18,500. 18,500. Yeah, the ABC exact I just draw you. I think you were thinking about, I mean, talking about this. Yeah, I mean, if we're in the bigger wave 1 too, because this is in terms of probabilities, we can do something less likely when we will be done with the bond. But again, is it the most probable to finish a wave 5 truncated? No. So the first thing we'll have to look for is a wave 5 going to go lower. How a wave 5 is going to go lower? Simply a bigger wave 1, a bigger wave 2, and boom, 3 or 5, and dump it more. And so this will fake the move to the upside with even maybe a bullish pattern. That will be maybe a wedge, for example, here. So a leading to the upside that brings us with an ABC instead of a 1, 2, 3, or 5, because just for beginners to remind you that, but a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay, is exact, I mean, have the exact same smaller wave, except in the C sometimes, than an A, B, and C. Okay, in the wave 1 right here, you have a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 waves like this. You have also in the A wave a 5 waves like this, or you have a wedge to the upside, so a leading here, so wave 1, 2, 2 like this, 3, 5. So anyway, a wedge here, a triangle to the upside, a wedge to the upside. You can get exactly the same in the A wave, okay? And in the wave 3, you have exactly the same, a 5 waves impulsive. Okay, right here, so maybe I need to channel the wave to maybe white, something like this. Boom, 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 white, I'm going to keep it like this. So 5 waves, correction, 5 waves. Here you can only get an impulsive in the wave 3. Okay, here you are going to get, so I'm going to copy past this one right here. So another 5 waves, okay, so impulsive here, or you can get an ending, so to speak, a wedge to the upside, a leading in the A wave in the wave 1, an ending in the C wave or in a wave 5. Okay, so 3 or 5 here, so to speak, a wedge here to the upside. You know what we got here, for example, we have an ending 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is a wedge to the upside, so we will get exactly the same. That's a really bad draw. Oh my god, this is pretty crazy. Yeah, I mean, something like this, you know. And so if we have an ending here in the last wave, it cannot of course be a wave 3. So in any case, we know that we are in an ABC zigzag. But for example, if I have an impulsive here like this, perfect. If we have an impulsive here, for example, it can be exactly like a wave 1, 2, 3 and an ABC. So the problem is, are we going to be in an ABC or a 1, 2, 3, or 5 here? We have to trade with both. Okay, that's why the order flow is extremely important. And by the way, tomorrow all the VIPs are going to get 3 Excel charts months for free, and all the apprentices 1 month for free. So if you want to join, this is the last day to get a chance to win. You normally will get the calls. I mean the monthly for free. But yeah, tomorrow I'm going to, by the way, for apprentices VIPs that are watching at the moment, I'm going to send you a message on Discord. So I'm going to send you a friend request, so maybe you already received my message because you do not turn it off, the message from the Discord server, for example. Otherwise, I'm going to pin on the Discord server to let you know. But I'm going to send you a message on the Discord, clear to let you know what you have to do and everything. Okay. But if you want to get, so exo charges for new viewers and new members, here is this. Oh yeah, this is a tier template by the way, but this for example is an order flow. So this is where you're going to read where what people are doing behind the market. For example, here you have like crazy amount of shorts. Here you have 2.8 millions of shorts opening in one account like this. This is pretty crazy. Here, for example, you have some few longs here coming. So I'm just going to refresh that because the table is bigger a bit on the web version here. Perfect. It's a bit better now. For example, here you have like 1.8 million new longs, 1.4 million new longs. Here we have a bit around 1 million new longs opening here. Before you also some big increase of the open. So I guess here you have almost 2 million here opening of shorts. Again, here you have like a crazy amount. You have again 2 millions of shorts opening here. Before you got some longs. Here you got 1.3 million new longs. So really see where are people longing, where are people shorting. You really see all the data you need. Click the delta in the candle, the volume in the candle. Everything. You can see the trade per candle. You can see everything if you want to. I just didn't add it down, but you can see a lot of stuff, and really where people are longing and shorting the call, and this really give you some so useful information, and I just cannot trade without this at the moment. This is a must for me to trade with this. And by the way, we'll have a bit of absorption on the highs, on the lows too, by the way. Or no, we took the low here. Yes. Okay. And here we still have a bit of absorption on the lows. So absorption, for example, is visible on the CVD, so to speak, the line right here. Okay, absorption is when you have some market orders coming on the market. So to speak, people longing or shorting the current price, for example, right now, longing now or shorting now. These are market orders, and once you, for example, preset an order, this is a limited order, okay, on the market. So for example, when you go on Bybit, you have the market order, market or limit. If you preset some order, this is a limited order. For example, you say, hey, at the previous weekly low, I just want to place a short right here because I'm looking for, we take the high and we just do a swing for pound, just dump it from here. So when you have some market orders, you will get some limited orders that are going to absorb these market orders coming on the market to reverse the price. And you can see this with the CVD, the delta bars right here. This is going to show you divergence once you see the absorption right here. I mean, once you have divergence, this means that you have absorption. For example, here you have like some new shorts opening here. As you can see, you have 5.3 million new shorts coming in this candle. But at the end here, you have a large amount of shorts here. But next, as you can see here, you have a low, higher low, but a low and a lower low here. And so if you have the longs next opening, in that case, you're going to reverse that and to trap these shorts, for example. Now it's on a bigger time frame, so of course we don't really see the longs opening, but maybe here, for example, yeah, there is no massive, some really good example here. Yeah, I mean, this one, for example, you have here, so a low, here a low, here you have a low and a high low, because here you have a large, as you can see here, all of this incredible open interest here, one moving to the down, so you have almost 6 million here opening, another 3 million here of new shorts opening. So again, you have a lot of shorts here, and so as you can see here, you have absorption. You can see the absorption here because you have a divergence on the CVD. So you have absorption, so limited all the longs, absorbing these market, all the shorts coming on the market, and so boom, price reverse. As you can see here, next you have the longs coming, 1.7 millions. You have also 12 millions here, but there are also liquidations of all the shorts coming here, for example. You can see the rect here, big bubbles here mean big liquidations, and we like this because, yeah, we like to rake people. This is how to trade on the market clearly. So yeah, these big bubbles here are really nice. But I don't know, here on the very top, you don't have some massive stuff. So maybe long will closing, maybe short also will closing, getting stop it out, all the stuff like this. But yeah, so that's why you can make some, you just make your decisions. That's why you plan your targets, and once you have your targets ready, you just have to trade directions with the order flow. For example, you can get also the TPOs, the levels, everything. For example, boom, the TPO right here, you can get, so the TPOs, you can get the naked session path control, you can get the day naked path control, so all the volume and the time levels clearly. That allows you clearly to trade the market like every single highs and lows. Okay, this is pretty crazy. For example, today we got a short plan on all of these highs here, because this is a resistance here. And what was this? It was simply the naked session here of the Asia here. As you can see, we have the level right here, and this have been the top for the whole day right here. So pretty cool level, really nice. Yeah. So anyway, this is Exo Charts, and so if you want to get some 3 months or 1 month, you can join us as VIP apprentice. Yeah, last day clearly today, otherwise, and yet because tomorrow we are giving everything. I mean, I'm giving everything. So right there, Yeah, we do have some possible fire at the moment here to the upside. So that's why I'm really looking and waiting to see what we do here. Retrace a bit. I'm just going to not say we're in a wave 1 2, we are directly bully here. This is possibilities to make, as I said before, the last wave to the downside. Okay, but if we have some good reactions of the targets plan here below, for example, we have a daily, we have some few volume, as you can see. I just show you the TPO in the naked session, so you have to pause and take these levels. So you can also just check at the order flow on these targets, and you'll get the plan, okay, and you just have to trade these levels. Okay, next. By the way, there is some stream, by the way. Thank you, mate. Appreciate you a lot. By the way, did we got good data on EXO at? Yes, we got some really good data, mate. Really, I don't know if I can show it on the 1 minute here because it may be a bit too far away, but no. I mean, yeah, this was a really good data. I'm not gonna lie, this was just a perfect data you wanted to get for a long. Why? Because you did a bottom here, so with millions, as you can see, 1 million here, 1 million here, 3 million here, 3 million, 4 million, 5 million here, 5 million, 1 million. You got some millions everywhere here with like a minus 20 million of delta in a 1 minute count. This is huge. Really, this is absolutely insane. And so from here, what you have next, as you can see, you have this small following increase of the open interest and this small following net longs increasing here. And so this was the perfect data to look for a long, but it was 4:30 a.m. for me. So clearly I was sleeping and so I missed at the bottom, but this was absolutely some good data to look for a long. And the most important is you can, for example, get this kind of data, but for example, here or here, the problem is you don't care about this place because you're really looking at the place you plan. So for example, the swing flip plan, was looking for the swing flip plan, and once we have done the swing flip plan, we got this good data, and so this was exactly where you will take your long, and so now you will be in some really nice profit clearly. As you can see here, so you will enter the trade around there, so around the week clearly, thanks to EXO chart, and this is how you can make some decisions, and this is why EXO chart is pretty. Yeah, this is you just cheat on the market. This is crazy. It's really insane. So I don't think we will break 18,500 again based on EXO. Based on EXO, it's not because we have good data here that we are not going to break that. Good data, it just means that we are going to push higher, but how far we can be bullish here, we can still make another wave down. It's not because here we have some good data to look for a long and too long here that we're not going to take the low again. For example, yeah, for example, here, for example, you got some good data for a short. Boom, I got stopped it out here for it personally. Boom, another, if you another short here because we got some good data here for a short. Boom, stop it out again, but we still do some move to the downside. So again, we can absolutely take the high next, for example. We can be stopped out and everything. It's absolutely possible. When you have some good data, for example, on the low or on the bottom, it means that you're going to get a minimum of a move to the upside, to the downside. But it's not. It don't mean that you're not going to take the low. For example, we got a swing flip plan before, so to trade. It was maybe here or here, I don't remember, but at the end, as you can see, we still take the low, even if on the low time frame we got some good data to look for a long here, because that was just a scalp, for example. Now, EXO charts don't really, I mean, you can also check, for example, at the buying tail, selling tail here, for example, we have a buying tail, so is it a poor low? No. So is it a good low to speak? Yes, because we have a buying tail printed here, for example. So are we going to take the low or not? We have some buying tail, so a bit less probable. I don't know, but I don't remember, by the way. Normally we got some buying tails on the bottom here, as you can see. Not at the end, but here we got some buying tail here. No any selling tail except at the end here. So yeah, it's something to add. For example, buying tail and selling tail is really something to add in confluence with, in addition to your waves and everything. Now we really have to remain patient, just trade directions of the targets and of the on the overflow click. Now we just have to wait and see. If we do, for example, a bigger wave 1, a bigger wave 2 here, so retracement to push higher next. So on the targets below, as always, a wave to have more chance to retrace between the 50 and the 61 and 66%. So 73% chance to retrace between these two targets. So yeah, for example, here we have to look for a long. If we start to get something bullish on the overflow, this is 100% a long to take, for example. Of course, you have to plan your level and everything to really see this, but yeah. Hey mate, welcome. But yeah, EXO charts don't I mean, yeah, well, as I say, it's not because you have some good data here or here, for example, that we're not going to retake the low. No, we are going to get a rise because we have good data, but we can absolutely next take the low. We can absolutely take the low next. But the order flow is a must. If you want to trade, you can play again with probabilities, but again, sometimes for a long moment, sometimes you're going to do something less probable. So you're going to get wrecked a lot, and so you're going to lose money clearly. And so that's why the order flow come here, because you're going to trade some less probable stuff, but due to the good reaction you have on the order flow, you're going to trade this less probable stuff, and this is going to play out because you have the data behind the markets, you know what's happening behind, and so you have more chance to win your trades. Either buying tail or pro low. No, it's when you have nothing on a low. When you have no buying tail on a low, this is called a pro low, and when you have no selling tail on the top, this is called a pro high. Buying tail is like a single print, for example. So it's, for example, or like a gap, for example. The single print. Normally you got something on Ethereum, if I'm mistaken. Let me check that. On Ethereum right here, we got something normally today. You can say that. Yeah, it's not the best example, we have a bit high, but anyway. So a single print, for example, buying tail or selling tail is exactly the same. So the thing with selling tail and buying tail is when you do not have buying tail or do not have selling tail, you expect to take the high. So of course you have to get your wave to really fully confirm that, because sometimes you're not going to get buying selling tail, for example, on the top, and you're still going to drop from here. Why? Because the wave count was saying, hey, we're going to drop now, there is no any other push to the upside. Now you start to look for a short right now, because otherwise you're not going to be able to, maybe we're going to drop clearly. So this is selling tail. When you have a selling tail, you can absolutely take the high, but it's just something that's going to help you also to confirm that we have more likely done the top. Okay, and same for the buying tail on the bottom. Now we can still retake the high, retake the low. It's not 100% sure, but it's something to use in addition to the waves, or to, for example, some more data you got before, some more stuff. Okay, but this this is not like a single print or a gap. It's acting exactly the same. For example, here's the top. Let's say this one. The top of it is going to act as support if we're higher. Okay. So as soon as you target acceptance in the single print, we expect the single print to be filled, so to go minimum to the bottom of it. Once we're on the bottom, we can get a bounce because this is going to act as support, the bottom, or we can just break through it depending on the wave, depending on the context, all stuff like this. Now, if you're below, the bottom is going to act as a resistance. If you get acceptance in it, we can just look for we just fill the single print to the top minimum into the top resistance, or breakthrough, it depends on the context, everything. For example, here we got acceptance in it. We got some bounce off this, but again, we got acceptance clearly in it here. So at the end, normally you expect to fill it. And where we went exactly next, we just fill the single print, and boom, below here, we just got this as support, as you can see here, support again, almost at the dollar here. So yeah, support here, if you start to get acceptance in it, fill it, and the selling tail and buying tail are acting the same, just at the buying tail and selling tails. So selling tail on the top, buying tail on the bottom. And when it's a pull low or a pull high, you have more chance to take it. Now, still be aware of the context is something to use in addition to the waves and to the levels and to the context clearly of the market. Okay, extremely important to understand that. It's not because you don't have buying tail on the bottom that we're going to take the low, for example. You can absolutely just push high from here. It really depends on the waves and the context, but it's something to use in addition. So, do you have some more questions? My pleasure, mate. Hope this helped. So yeah, I mean that's my plan right now. I'm not sure it's going to be a very long live stream today, because yeah, we just have to update this clearly, and that's all it is. Now we just have to remain patient to trade the targets, to trade the waves, and that's all clearly. So I don't know if you have some more questions. Otherwise, we're good for today. Let me know in the chat. By the way, I won't be here next week. I'm on vacation. I already say that for VIPs, maybe 2 months or 1 month ago. Oh, by the way, new testimonials. I didn't check that. Oh, that's very nice. Profit. Nice, mate. $10 into. That's pretty cool. Almost a double. That's pretty nice. Really cool. Going to read that next. Okay, I'm going to read this so I can see that next. Cool. But so I won't be here for a week. So next week I won't be here because I'm on vacation. I'm not used to take vacations, but my girlfriend did, and so we planned something, and so we go to Europa Park next week. So if someone is at Europa Park, maybe we're going to to beat to meet ourselves. I don't know. But so that's why I'm not going to be here next week. So I prefer to plan everything now. So to the upside, to the downside, we can be aware of everything clearly. So in any case, we are ready for what next. If we push high, you know exactly what to look for. If we go more down, you know exactly what to look for. If we're sideways, you know exactly what to look for. Here a boring wave 4, okay, or maybe just a wave 1-2 and another wave 1-2 and just finally rocket. Yeah, it depends what wave we have in the consolidation here. If we do a consolidation, we can even maybe, by the way, look for an A, B, C triangle here if we just range bound for some days, and so that will be the confirmation of the wave 4 to make another wave to the downside, and next for a wave 5, for example. All the stuff like this. Really, everything is planned, and now we just have to trade the wave, really. But yeah, I won't be here for a week, so no updates for a week, and next I'm going to come back stronger. Isn't Bitcoin in a single print at the moment? Yes, it's in a single print right now. This is, yeah, on the bottom right here. Yeah, very nice, by the way. As you can see here, single print. We'll have the bottom of single print here, acting as resistance. And so from this target, you're just going to read the order flow and determine if you have to take a short or not. For example, here on the very top, I don't remember if you got some good short data or not, but if you have some good data on the top, boom, you can take a short here, for example. And even next, as you can see, is the bottom of the single print here is acting as resistance next again here, as you can see. So here we got the naked session path control here we was looking for. So by the way, it was not the one right here, it was the one right here, by the way. And so this is where we feel our short today, because I feel my short, for example, today, because yeah, this is where this was the level we was looking for clearly. So pretty cool. But yeah, we are in a single print right now. And we are not in the single print, we just rejected the single print. If we're really in the single print, we are going to feel it. And so to speak, if we start to get acceptance above the high here, really acceptance, we get acceptance above the high, we do not just go weak and we lose directly everything. If we really get acceptance above, we expect to go minimum to the top of this. So to reclaim the lows right here, big zone of resistance. Okay, really big zone of resistance. So yeah, really nice single print, by the way. Thanks for this. Having away some vacation. I was in Paris 2 years ago for vacation. Nice, mate. I'm not going a lot, to be honest with you, to Paris, because that's the main city, and I don't really like big cities. Not gonna lie, I don't really like big cities. So yeah, I'm not going. I think I went maybe 2 times in Paris, and I'm French, so it's pretty crazy. But yeah, thank you, mate. I appreciate it a lot. Yeah, I mean, not trading for. I mean, yeah, it's going to miss. Yeah, but anyway. Always good to take some vacations sometimes. Enjoy. Thank you. Happy holidays and have fun. Thank you, mate. Appreciate it a lot. Thank you. So yeah, so no update for a week, and yeah, after that, update again. We're going to see where we are exactly. Hopefully not too much move, because yeah, I want to catch something here. It would be nice to get some move before I go, otherwise I'm not going to be able to catch a bomb here. But yeah, we'll see. Do one before, do one last stream, do one late stream before again before holidays. I'm not sure we get time to tomorrow. I mean, I'm more going to do that for VIPs, I think. And Sunday will be live for VIPs again, because every Sunday we are live to plan the upcoming week, ladies, plan the upcoming waves, everything. Yeah, I will see if I do something. I will see. Hey man, which tick size do you use for PD previous week, previous month's Mercury levels? Can you show, please? So you mean, yeah, on the order flow right here, I'm using 50 ticks here. You can use on the 30 minutes time frame. You can use also 80 ticks. It really depends of the moves of the stuff. Like for example, if you do really a big move and you have a lot of volume, you can just move for 80 for example, like this. Oops, 80 ticks, because you really do some big move and you don't want to get a lot of noise, so you can go to 80. If you have a really low volume and boring stuff, you can go on the 30 ticks, for example. Now, and for the 15 minutes, 30 minutes, a bit too much. So yeah, just for Mercures, 1 here for developing day. I'm normally, yeah, just for the daily open normally, yeah. So 1 tick here, previous day extremely important, 1 tick here, developing week, I don't care, previous week, I just get the developing day because I want to get the daily open. Otherwise, I'm not going to take the developing week or developing months. I'm just taking the previous weeks and previous months and previous days. Okay, just only the developing day for the daily open. Otherwise, developing week and months, I'm not taking this. And 1 tick on each right here, as you can see. So 1 tick in this. Yeah. But it's important also for the view to get the good ticks, good amount of ticks, because sometimes you cannot see the trapper longs, trapper shorts, the buying balance, I mean the stacking balances, all stuff like, so it's not the best. But yeah, so I don't know what, by the way, we got some 2 million new shorts here coming. What do we have here? 5.4 million new shorts coming here in the car. That's very crazy. That brings us with a bit of absorption. Oh, no any absorption here. So yeah, no, a lot of shorts here, no absorption. Not the best. But anyway, maybe now we're going to get some absorption, or really a big amount of longs here opening to reverse that. Otherwise, not the best. We'll see what open next, clearly. Yeah. Thanks. And what tick do you use for naked path control, daily, weekly, monthly? Oh, that's a nice question. For the monthly one, I use two. Oh wait, I'm just going to zoom a bit here. Oops, right here, right there. Okay, good. So daily naked path control 50 ticks, weekly naked path control 100 ticks, and monthly naked path control 250 ticks. These are my settings for this, and this is really the best to get some really well respected levels. And of course, if you chant the crypto, because this is only for Bitcoin, if you chant the crypto, you will have to chant the ticks because the volume is not the same, so it's a bit different. So you can test the levels. Just for example, not that in a PDF or in a PDF in an Excel, for example. For example, for Matic, boom, you try some ticks, you can see which levels plays out most of the time, everything, do some few statistics. But these are my settings for Excel charts. Yeah. So I think that's all for tonight. I'm a bit hungry right now, so I'm gonna go to eat really quickly. But yeah, so hope you enjoyed. As always, if you enjoyed, don't forget to smash that like. I'm just going to add this quick animation right here so you can be aware of that new stuff. So don't forget to subscribe, to turn on notifications, to make some comments down below. This is always good for the YouTube algorithm, so it's maybe if you watch this later. And yeah, to smash that like. I don't know if I say this. Also, don't forget to join the Discord server. It's where you can be aware of everything clearly, where you have everything clearly. What can I say? It's just where you have everything. So yeah, really do not hesitate to join. You can also go on Twitter, for example, and check everything. And yeah, what this? Okay. So yeah, hope you enjoyed. Have a nice weekend if I don't see you tomorrow. And yeah, have a nice week next week too. Hopefully we're going to not move too much because it will be nice to wait for me. And if we move, and just, you know, what to expect next. Just we can rewatch this live stream at any time, so really feel free. And as always, if you have some questions, do not hesitate. This is extremely important. So I'm on the Discord server, not next week a lot, but still have some questions. I'm going to take the questions after my vacations. So anyway, take care of you. That's important. Have a nice day. Good night to you. And yeah, see you in the next one. Cheers.